What if a horror game captured the unsettling atmosphere of old Kerala? Hey everyone, welcome to Devlog number 1 of my Kerala horror game project. In this video, I'll be working on the environment, starting with the house setup, then building the surroundings with grass and trees to bring the world to life. So the first thing I worked on was placing the main house. Since the game is set in Kerala, I wanted the environment to immediately feel familiar and atmospheric. I decided to use a traditional Kerala-style house to give it that old and isolated feel. At this stage, I'm mostly experimenting with positioning and trying to understand how the environment flows around the house. I spent some time moving things around and testing different angles to see what looked best. Once the house placement was done, I moved on to adding the entrance door. Even though it's a small detail, the entrance plays a big role in horror games. After that, I started working on the environment around the house. I added more trees to make the location feel more dense and isolated. Since this game is set in Kerala, I wanted the surroundings to have that thick and mysterious tropical feeling. The extra trees helped close off the environment and made the house feel hidden deep inside the forest. Next, I worked on the fog and atmosphere. This is probably one of my favorite parts so far. Fog adds a lot to horror environments. Without it, the scene feels too open and clear. I also spent some time changing the position and scale of the trees near the entrance. This actually took longer than I expected. Sometimes small environmental changes make a huge difference. I wanted the entrance to frame the house properly and create a stronger first impression. By adjusting the trees, the path toward the house started feeling much more cinematic and eerie. After the trees, I added grass around the environment. This helped make the world feel more natural and less empty. The grass also adds texture and depth to the scene, especially around the entrance and surrounding areas. Small details like vegetation can make the environment feel much more believable. And slowly, the place started looking more like a real location, rather than just a collection of assets. At this point, I wanted to stop talking and show you how everything looks in-game. So now let's jump into the gameplay and take a look at the current atmosphere and environment. And that's it for Devlog 1. This is still an early version, but I'm really happy with how the atmosphere is starting to come together. There's still a lot more to work on, and this is only the beginning. In the next devlog, I'll be focusing on the audio side of the game, adding ambient sounds like birds, forest atmosphere, wind, and other sound effects to make the world feel more alive and unsettling. Because in horror games, sound is just as important as visuals. If you enjoyed this devlog and want to follow the progress of this Kerala horror game, make sure to like the video and subscribe to indiedev.v. Let me know what you think about the atmosphere so far. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Devlog 2.